Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Scorpio. If Scorpio is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so our card is the Three of Discs, which has everything to do with works. Yes. Oh, the squeaky thing. I forgot to move my picture over. It's squeaking against the wall. Okay, let's see what these tea leaves have to say. And if you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. And it is free to subscribe. Also, if you'd like to throw a little like out there or leave a comment, all of it is most appreciated. Okay. Ooh, look at that. We have a big 8. 8 seems like a very lucky number for you. 8 is actually my lucky number as well. Okay, so we have a little puppy. You can see it's kind of playing. Its ears are kind of flying up there. Tail is up. Excited. Now we also have the Ace of Cups right here. So we have these movements towards emotional wealth. And it looks like the puppy is drinking out of that holy grail. So I do feel like there is this energy of playfulness, vitality, kind of youthful spirit, being in a place of excitement and happiness, just joy over whatever it is that you're doing. But I think, whatever it is that you're doing, it is bringing you this emotional fulfillment. So I'm guessing that this is maybe like a creative project. Maybe this is something that kind of overlaps into your work, your career, maybe a side hustle. You have a business that you're starting. Maybe you run a channel. That's the way I always think of, right? This kind of the nice merging of creativity and our beloved interests and being able to have a business too, and I know that there's a lot of readers that come on and watch the readings and other people that are in the spiritual, occult, and wellness sector. And so, maybe this is something that you are doing or you've been thinking about doing. And let me just say, I absolutely support and hope that you try it. Get a channel going, or on some account or different platform. It could be YouTube or another, TikTok or Facebook or wherever Instagram. I always forget about Instagram. I don't do Instagram anymore, so I forget about it. But if it's something you've thought about, you should do it. And my best advice, let me just say, and you didn't ask for it, but I'm going to give it to you, just keep filming content. Find something that you like and keep doing it. Keep making the things, making the memes, or writing your blogs or whatever it is that you do. Just keep doing it. Sometimes it's going to feel like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is not good. But that's how we learn, right? So I just get this energy that you are in this really creative place, but I also think that it's going to be something that maybe is monetarily lucrative, right? Something that you can make at least a little bit of money doing. It might not be, your main job, but I think that it's something that will bring something in, and that is all the more better. you know, doing something that you care about, something that doesn't feel like super tedious work. It's not soul sucking, right? And as I say that, I see we have SOL. So we have soul right there, which is a different soul, right? This is the sun. And so seeing that in there, it makes me think that, yeah, there's some real clarity coming here. I feel like all of a sudden you've had this idea. This is something that I really want to do. I want to try it out, you know, or this is something that needs to be implemented into my work because I, you know, haven't seen it from this perspective. All of a sudden I have this kind of, you know, more efficient way of doing something, or, you know, I don't know, you know, a new creative pathway, flow towards maybe a different era of creation. You know, whatever it is, it feels like when we have that solar energy, the sun card, it is an illumination, okay, kind of shining a light on something that maybe was overlooked or hadn't formed yet, and, you know, quite a perspective that is noticeable and understandable, right? Something that you're looking at and you understand what's going on here, you know. We also have right here, you can see a little hummingbird, very cute. So busy times, multitasking, going from one thing to the next. And I feel like you'll be getting a lot done in this period of time. You're just so focused. There is a feeling of just getting into the flow and it coming naturally to you. I almost wonder if you do something that is kind of like a repetitive, you know, I don't know. Here where I live, there's a lot of people that do factory work and stuff like that. So there's repetition to the movement in the work that they are doing. And so I wonder if it is something where, yeah, you're doing like the same thing over and over again. But you get into a flow and you get so good at what you're doing. And I don't feel like it's something that you lament too much either. You're pretty good at... and I feel like you maybe have been doing this for years, right? And so not only are you good at it, you're kind of actually masterful at what you do. And I think that's why you're able to kind of be able to think on your feet, and also, you know, you have these moments of like, oh my goodness, all this is, I see what I've been doing. I can kind of cut out this one step and it will go faster. And, you know, you have a functional understanding, okay, from the inside. It's not just like I'm looking at this thing and I kind of have an idea. I read the book and okay, I'm going to try it out. No, you know what you're doing. You absolutely do. Okay, so we also have a large bird right here. It could be maybe like a stork or like a heron or a egret. I don't know how to say it, but we have them by the house and they're beautiful. I thought they were storks at first, but they're all white and they have a little bit of black on their beak, their beak, I don't know, whatever, their nose part, their mouth nose, their beak, I guess, and they're called snowy egrets. I think that's egrets. I don't know. If you know me, if you know little old Lenor over here, you know I'm bad at pronouncing stuff. It's ridiculous, I know, but anyways, these are like lake birds, water birds, okay? They're tall, they kind of stand there and hang out. They're very peaceful and beautiful. And so, you know, I look at this and I think this is a place of kind of zen. You know, you're very busy, you're doing all your stuff, stuff. You're doing well. You're making some money. There's some money coming in. There's some money coming in. And there is just a feeling of zenning out, enjoying, letting go of some of those deeper anxieties and, you know, just kind of vibing out. And I think that is the most welcomed, you know, kind of configuration in your life right now. Okay, let's see. We also have a person who is sitting right here. Okay, and it looks like they're enthroned. They're sitting on some kind of throne. And, and I almost imagine that this is a father figure. And I wonder, it almost feels like, and I'm looking for some clarity here. Oh, and we have the bison up there. Okay, so it almost feels like, and this is what I was thinking. I was like, okay, so it feels like this is a person who is not usually emotional, at least outwardly emotional. You don't always know how they're feeling about things. You can kind of guess because you know them well enough. But I feel like something's going on where you're seeing them as a human being, like an emotional being. Maybe something somewhat difficult going on. And you're starting to see that they're having these little kind of micro emotional things kind of seeping out. You're looking at them and you're seeing like a little bit of tears, worry, you know, this kind of thing. And I think that this is really kind of, I mean, it's not something you're used to. You absolutely don't, you know, you don't see this from them very often. So you know it might be serious. But I feel like there is this they have like a real bison energy. They're very firm. They're very kind of slow moving about things. There is a toughness there. I even wonder if you like don't even know that much about their childhood because they kind of keep it buttoned up. And, but there's kind of the telltale signs of having, you know, some maybe childhood trauma, having a difficult upbringing, some hardship. And I think that this is just the kind of person that, they don't necessarily share about that stuff with anybody. It's like, it's old stuff. I don't want to talk about it. There's no reason to kind of go over it anymore. Well, you being a Scorpio, you want to talk about stuff, you want to know about stuff, you want to feel all the things, you want to know why things are the way they are, you know, and you are, you know, very, perceptive. So you don't actually need the verification necessarily, but it would be nice, right? So this is a person who, you know, if it's like a dad, an uncle, a brother, a, you know, friend or whoever it is, you already know, right? You just, they haven't told you the details. You can sense whatever it is. But it's taken you time, you know, because I feel like there's just a kind of shroud of mystery around them. Now, you know, it's obvious that it's mostly just that they don't share their feelings. But now that I feel like they're getting older and there's this sense of, you know, kind of, I just imagine like a wavering voice, you know, hearing the pain and that being like kind of startling to you. Like, this is something I don't know what's going on, but I feel like that they are having a hard time. And I feel like you are, I mean, it's almost like you immediately wanted to figure out, how can we fix this? What do we need to do? Because it's seeing your dad like that, seeing your, grandfather or brother, or whoever it is, it right to the heart, because they just don't show it that often. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but you know, I feel like there's going to be kind of a more active role for you in this period of time with them. Okay, so we also have an 8 and a 9, 89. We have a 2 and a 2. So we have 2, 2, or 22. And then it looks like it says G and C. GC. Maybe a name, maybe like initials. Oh, my tummy. My tummy's growling. It's early in the morning. Well, it's not super early anymore, but I got up super early to start doing my readings, and I have not eaten yet, so my tummy is a rummin'. Okay, so we have a ring. I'm just seeing cats. Cats in a ring. And I feel like, I feel like these are real cats. Maybe this is a person, I don't know, maybe your father or this person we were talking about, they're like married to somebody who has a lot of cats or has some cats. Or they have cats. I don't know. Somebody has cats. Notably cats. Not just like, oh, I have a cat or two or whatever. But, you know, there's something really, they're focused on, maybe they're really into cats, or I don't know. But then there's the ring. And I feel like it does feel like maybe a engagement or somebody that they're with. I don't know. But it just... it feels like there's some discord there about the animals. And I don't know if this is maybe you or maybe the dad for you or whoever it is, not super into having cats around. Not that they dislike them, but maybe it's just like too many, or it's like a financial burden or whatever it is. They're not taking care of the cats well enough. I don't know. But it does feel like a point of contention within the household, within the relationship. And maybe this is kind of, like the beginning of talks about separation or having to have a different living situation. This could be why it feels so emotional. Because this is something that just is causing problems, and I don't think there's not really a clear answer here of like, what do you do? But I think that it's there, and I think that, I don't know, I just I almost like imagine somebody who's always bringing home animals, right? And it's like just getting to be too much. It's too much of a burden. And maybe it's you. Maybe you have all the animals. I don't know. But I think that, in these situations, of course, if you've watched the channel, I love animals. I, absolutely have such a love and adoration and connection to to animals in general. But And the cats, TT and Pudgy. They haven't been around, I know, but I'm waiting until I'm fully set up in my new studio and feeling comfortable before I start letting them in and back in the readings. But they're my babes, right? So I understand that connection, but you know, sometimes it creates a situation where there's just disharmony, right? And especially if there's a compulsion, or you know, it's like you just don't have the time or resources to be able to do this, and it can be heartbreaking because you have these emotional attachments to the animals, but it makes the relationship not work, you know. And thankfully I haven't been in that situation myself, but I've had people in my family that have gone through this situation. I've been around people who have had lots of animals, and you know, I get it. If that's why I don't foster. TT was a foster, Pudgy was a adoption. I try not to take too many animals in myself because I'll keep all of them, you know, and that's terrible. But I know my limits. I get frustrated when there's too much going on already, you know. So for me, I can't even look at like the adoption posts and things like that, because I will absolutely be like, hey babe, what do you think about getting another cat or a puppy or whatever, you know. And so it's like, I get it, but I also understand being the person that, you know, you just can't live like that all the time, you know. So I feel like there's something with this going on. Let me know if I'm right, because I'm interested. You know, I always want to know if I'm right. I always want to know when I get something right. But yeah, that feels like something that's going on. Especially now, at least in the northern hemisphere, it's spring, so we have a lot of baby animals around. You see a lot of cat litters and stuff online and stuff to adopt, and it's hard to say no to that. Okay, so we have the mother figure right in the middle here, and then we have kind of that primordial, you know, the old mother, the ancient mother sitting upon the throne, and then we have it looks like a J and a J, maybe JJ, or I almost feel like we're looking at, let me see. I almost feel like it's L backwards, like JL for some reason, even though, of course, the J looks like it. It just, for some reason, it feels like an L. So we also have these other two that look like they're in the posture of the goddess with the arms raised over the head. So we do have this real kind of, it feels like this feminine consciousness, this kind of Sophia consciousness, this I was gonna say Hecate, but it is kind of that in a way, I guess, but it's more of the middle goddess, I guess, and kind of it is the spirit of magic, creation, of vibrance and vitality rising into an absolute thriving energy. But I feel like this is a place where you have to kind of make some tough decisions. And the goddess is very much about that, because we have the kind of mother, nurturer, beloved and unconditional love, but we also have, you know, what we would consider maybe the dark goddess, the destructive violence of the dark mother. And this is often misinterpreted as something evil or vile or jealous or, you know, whatever. But this really is kind of, if you could imagine the mother who has to teach you things that are not necessarily, of course, we want our kids to do whatever they want, right? We want them to have fun. We want them to learn. We want them to have, you know, a happy upbringing, wonderful experiences. But we must at times be strict. We must at times enforce the rules. We must at times take things away. You know, I think of my daughter, I wouldn't say that, listen, my husband and I thought we were going to be like free range parents. We were going to be real, I forget what that's called. It's gentle parenting or whatever. All of that lasted through my pregnancy, and then I had the baby, and I realized parenting styles, I don't even think about it anymore, because we're just trying to do our best, right? And the reality is sometimes, yeah, you have to listen. Yeah, you have to, you know, I have to hold your hand in the parking lot. You don't get to run around wildly, you know. I wish you could, but that's not the reality of things. And I might be the, you know, kind of mean mom for making you do that, but you have to learn, you know, because I want you to survive the day to get on to the next. And so for me, this is really that kind of energy of tell me what I wouldn't do for my own, right? I would do anything. I would, you know, as Kali did, ingest demons become, you know, kind of tormented by that, so that she may protect hers. And that is the devourer of worlds in a lot of ways. And that is part of that divine feminine. And so, you know, I feel like in this kind of beautiful, ecstatic and strong and enduring energy, that sometimes, yeah, you have to make these difficult decisions. Not hard for a Scorpio, though. You know, you all get a bad rap for how you can go from being like very in love and passionate and wonderful and charming to absolutely, you know, ruthless. Ruthless. But I admire the fact that, you know, you go where you have to go. You do what you have to do. You know, and I love that about Scorpio people, is that there is a realness, there is a no BS, there is a you know, I show up for mine, right? I love that. The loyalty, I don't know. I like the energy. I like it. And so I look at that sign and I think, you know, this is a time where, yeah, there's going to be some decisions to be made. And you might not be everybody's favorite because you are making those tough decisions, but it's for the greater good. Okay, and you know that, you see that, and that's what matters. Okay, let's see. We're going to go ahead and look at this wild bohemian affirmation cards. These are the fire element. And I'm going to just go ahead and flip through and stop where it feels right. Okay, these cards are so beautiful. They really are. And let's see, we have I am, getting focused. There we go. I am here. Allow yourself to be taught by love. Be fluent in nature's language. Be fluent in nature's language. Listen, I've never dated a Scorpio. I have Scorpio friends, or I did growing up. And I will tell you, I feel like nobody loves like a Scorpio. What an intensity. It is just, it seems as though it would be something that comes very naturally to you, the love, right? You're just very loving people. That doesn't mean that you're not a fool about it though. Maybe a little bit. You maybe get carried away sometimes, but you're not to be messed with. That's what it comes down to. And I love that. I love that. A female, especially, no, if you're a male Scorpio, I love you too. But a female Scorpio, my goodness. Just undeniably attractive, like an attractive energy. Fierce. So fierce. I love it. I'm imagining all the Scorpio people I know. I just, absolutely. One of my favorite friends in the whole world is a Scorpio dude. And I don't know if you watch these, I'm not going to say your name, but my kindred Saturnian brother. And one of my favorite people in the world. And so definitely love that Scorpio energy. And yeah. I don't know. I guess that's it. Yes, that's it, Scorpio. Now I get to go start my day. I got a lot to do today, and it's Saturday, Saturn Day. And so I hope when you watch this, it'll be, oh my goodness, I don't know, what, Sunday, Monday? I think Monday. Yes, Monday. And so anyways, I hope that you are having a wonderful week, beginning to your week. And I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. We're getting into these warmer months. We've had a lot of weather events here over the weekend during here in America during the weekend. So hopefully everybody is safe. We're in tornado season, and where I live in the upper Midwest, we absolutely have tornadoes. So I pray for everybody's safety, and just listen to those sirens. I know, don't be silly and run out there to film it. I saw some videos from tornadoes this weekend in Iowa, and I'm like, yeah, I understand that energy. In my youth, I definitely was one of them people out there. But now it's like, okay, let's go to the basement and take a nap and hope that everything just kind of blows over quickly and, doesn't land. So anyways, yes, take care of yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. If you want to like the video, oh wait, no, that's what I just said. If you want to like the video, if you if you haven't subscribed, if you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will let you know when the next videos are coming out. Hopefully get into your recommendations and kind of show up in your feed. What else? If you want to leave a comment, I read them all. Absolutely, I do. And they mean the world to me. You all really begin to feel like family. Some of you I have known on here for over a year, and I feel like I know your whole life story. Not really the whole, but I follow and I remember. I do. I remember your screen names and your profiles and the things that are going on with you. Even if I don't comment back always, I definitely remember. I peep game. I remember you. Sometimes I see you over on Facebook too, adding me and stuff, which is fine. And I'm like, oh, hey, I know that person. They're on the YouTubes. And what else? Yeah, I guess that's it. All right, I'm off. I'm off to get my day going. I love you guys. Take care. We'll talk again real soon.